When people get into African studies, they will come to find that a lot of our traits are adaptive over a period of time. Skin color is a trait that is believed to be adaptive because of a biological reaction to the sun. There is a theory about the reason of darker skin. It is said that because our ancestors lived so close to the equator, their skin was so dark for protection from the sun. There is a fact that says, on average, there is a 0.2% difference in genetic material between any two randomly chosen people on Earth. Of that diversity, 85% will be found within any local group of people. Another huge influence was trade. Trade off the Swahili coast played such a major role in the European and Indian economy and facilitated the spread of religion. Trade is what formed most communities all over Africa, as well as in other countries. Trade also influenced the way that a political system or a government system would work. The system of triangle trade was a huge part of African history. Triangle trade was a system that traded slaves, crops, and goods all across Africa, Europe, and the Americas. This is what sparked the Industrial Revolution.
Africa is the only continent where early civilization was found. The first ever standing human was found in 1974 in Ethiopia and was later named Lucy. Soon, civilizations could be found all over Africa. As years went on, they adapted to the environment and intermingled with others. Our ancestors later traveled to the Americas and other parts of the world. People adapted to their environment and years later formed what we now know as the United States.
40 million African people will soon die of starvation unless we do something about it. The United Nations recently described the tragic combination of drought and disease which has resulted in this historically unprecedented starvation crisis. The Order of the Sacred and Immaculate Hearts of Jesus and Mary has initiated the Just $1 for Africa campaign, which guarantees that 100% of every dollar will go exclusively and directly for food for the starving and for orphan care. In our recent journey to the most devastated regions of Africa, we received commitments from on-site organizations that 100% of every dollar received will go directly to our African brothers and sisters. Please prayerfully consider sending a donation to Just $1 for Africa, Box 100, Hopedale, Ohio, 43976. Or for credit card donations, visit heartsofjesusandmary.org.
It is important to correct the misconceptions about Africa in order to start teaching our kids their proper history and heritage. This will in turn lead to better cooperation and more tolerance between cultural groups in the future. It is important to get these ideals out of our thought processes and really open up our minds to the fact that Africa is capable and developed enough to provide real contributions to society.
The basis of agricultural production strategies were created in Africa and spread across the world as a practice used to establish trade of goods that developed from agriculture. Agriculture includes everything from farming and mining to creating new resources from current resources. It was most effective when the need for profit became liable and the spread of a village or community needed support from the resources used in trade. With the advancement of technology, this was possible. The transition from the Stone Age to the Iron Age honed the skills of Africans used in agriculture. Other nations found this process to be very prosperous, so it spread across the world as a consistent practice.